menstruate?
Yes.
Yes. We're running into people today that are saying absolutely not. Of course they can't.
They're probably not queer, are they? They're probably not queer then.
I didn't ask them.
Yeah.
So queer men can menstruate?
Any men who have a uterus could menstruate.
A man has XY. Stop my chromosomes. I'm sorry. I'm being so rude. I apologize. But you're incorrect. Because we're talking about anatomy, biology. Like, if you were to have surgery, they need to know what sex you are. So women... That's why she ran off.
No, I said I was crossing after the next flight.
This is very serious what's going on in America. Because they are indoctrinating students. They are indoctrinating students to go against their parents. And this is Marxism. This is socialism. I'm very familiar with it. And I want everybody to educate themselves. Because it happened in Russia. It happened in Germany. Nazis are socialists. Communists are socialists. And it's the same tree, just different branches.
So are they, I mean, you know, a lot of these students seem to be learning this when it comes to gender theory in classrooms. And that's oftentimes why we hear responses like that. You do not subscribe to that ideology or belief system that men can menstruate, correct?
No, because a man has different chromosomes, and you need to have ovaries to have a menstrual cycle. So if you don't have ovaries, fallopian tubes, vagina, you're not going to menstruate. Like animals, female animals, they have a menstrual cycle. Male animals do not.
Why are students telling us yes oftentimes? I mean, she was telling me that queer men can menstruate. Why are so many students saying that? Like, it's a common thing that we're running into today. It's like 50% of the students we're talking
to. Because all you need to do is go on every university, private schools, and look at the curriculum that they're indoctrinating children with. And it happened in Nazi Germany. They have the schools in communist countries. It is very serious, and people have I was in the military, okay? They have indoctrinated.
Thank you for your service, man.
That's a long story. But they have taken positions in government. They have taken positions in schools to bring about their ideology, and it's very radical. It's extreme radicalism. And when they accuse people of, I'll give you an example, because I'm black. One way they can spread this indoctrination is they'll say, well, that's anti-black, or you're being racist. But I know what Marxism is. I know what socialism is, and they will hide it under a guise. Well, we're going to teach first graders about sex, and we're going to do this because this is about equal rights. But it's not about equal rights. I'm going to stand and fight against racism.
You're saying using that persona of equal rights to push through some power grab, basically, is what you're referring to. It's almost a divide and conquer type of strategy.
It is divide and conquer. It actually comes down to Marxism. If people read about Marxism, really read about Marxism, socialist Marxism, they'll see it's right here on these universities, and they started in the private schools, and now they're going to the charter schools, and they're going to the public schools, and they're teaching, like in socialist countries, to be spies, so we spy on each other. Don't tell your parents. Trust the teachers. Don't trust your parents. Your parents have to take care of you. Your parents should be your support system. It happened in Europe. We better wake up. It's happening now.
I got a quick question for you. I Googled this, right? And I want your thoughts on this, because the very first thing that pops up on Google, we can read it together. Having a period is not a feminine thing, and people of all genders menstruate, including non-binary people, agender people, and even plenty of men. That's the first thing that pops up on Google. Does that surprise you or no?
No, that's called PSYOPs. I want everybody to familiarize themselves with PSYOPs, psychological operations. That's what it is. It's misinformation. It's actually, you have military strategies being implemented in college universities. And we're American. I'm going to say this right now. I don't care what political party you are. I'm not going to fight against you because we have a lot of enemies coming against Americans. Instead of being divided, we need to be united. We can think differently. We don't have to agree, but we got to stop fighting each other. Because now they're in America and they're trying to take us over. They're literally trying to take us over.
What would you say is the best way to push back on this ideology infiltrating the education system and everything like that? What would your feedback for people maybe at home watching, what would that be?
Well, I can say...
So if somebody responds like this lady does, what would you tell people to say?
I would tell everyone to reach out to their congressman. When they write laws, we have a voice. We can say we don't want this law written. Every Thursday in Philadelphia, you can go down to City Hall and you can voice your opinion. Show up to schools. Whenever they're passing laws, you have to show up.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Wakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all you brothers and the few sisters out there, unto the Zionite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's gonna be a quick show, Lord willing, edifying to the point. It's one of those situations. Matter of fact, Slakia, I want to make sure I don't get interrupted. The truth comes out as however the Spirit wants it to come out. In other words, it says in Second Ezra, the 6th chapter, that the truth shall flourish. All right, faith shall flourish, Slakia, but also the truth. All right, and yeah, this Mohawk so-called black woman, she spoke some truth. All right, even though she herself is a walking contradiction of an abominable thing. And talk about Marxists. All right, when you look up the guy, Mark something, I forgot his name. I forgot his other name. Well, he was a small hatter. All right, and they used the divide and conquer to take down Russia, pretty much, before when it was called the USSR. After the getting rid of the czars and all this other stuff, that was the political party that took over, and that was one side of the spectrum, while the other side of capitalism over here flourish. So now the elites has gotten the Marxist agenda to the West, and the West agenda to the East. So this is nothing but massive confusion. And then the old woman, the young woman, the Mohawk woman, well, she was correct in a lot of things, but she herself has fell to the whole spectrum of things. See, in this world that we live in, is either you are against the system, you was born to fight off against the system, or you're going to be a part of the system. Now, there's so many different avenues, political parties and so forth, but everybody still stays in one umbrella. And one umbrella is whatever Esau says you're going to follow. That's why he gives you so many different options. Okay? You have people that call themselves Christians, but at nighttime they're into voodoo. All right? You got people that's atheists, but they pray, so it's like nothing but confusion, and in the land of confusion. All right? This place is nothing but confusion. And what she said about the colleges, that's where the CIA gets their biggest suckers. All right? Now, you could send your child to school thinking that they're getting a higher education, but in reality is the people that's really being highly brainwashed or programmed, slacking, not brainwashed. Brainwash is good. When you wash something, that means you cleaning off the dirt. All right, so people that you believe is supposed to be, I love that song. I forgot the name of the song, but with Curtis Mayfield. Hold on, it's coming to me. If hell's below, or if the hell's beneath, we all gonna get there. But he said it, educated fools with uneducated schools, or something to that extent. Because it's mostly the college people that run this goddamn world, right? People that graduated, people that is supposed to be more advanced, more intelligent, evolved. They're the ones that run this world. And look what a kind of job that they did. Okay, showing you that this programming that has been displayed from the Rockefeller educational system, all right? And then when you finally, from the Rockefeller educational system, you finally get to the next level, guess what happens? Then now you could be programmed. all right, to fulfill the elite's agenda. So this is a masterful web we everybody's caught up in. There's a couple of scriptures there's a lot of scriptures actually. All right, let me get this one real quick. This is talking about Israel, but I apply it to this. Let me get this scripture. Not this one. Isaiah 59. This applies to Israel, but you can apply that to this people today. It says, Isaiah 59 and 3. We'll start at 3. For your hands are defiled with blood, and your fingers with iniquity. Your lips have spoken lies. Your tongue have muttered perverseness. All right. This is what our people was doing. Our people, okay, they was following the different nations. They was being perverse. They was being wicked. And it says, none calleth for justice. So when all these things was happening, where was Jake at? Where was Jake crying about? Jake was trying to be down with the system. All right. You sent forth your children to be programmed. All right. You sent forth your children because you believed in your heart of hearts that this is the way. I know because I'm a Levite, first generation here in America, and they sent that the whole thing was get an education, which Intel was a good idea at the moment, but lo and behold, what's the root or what springs out of it, which I'm going to get to. It says they trust in vanity, which is nothing, speak lies, they convince the mischief, conceive mischief, all right, sorry, and bring forth iniquity. It says they hatch cockatrice eggs and weave webs of spider webs. He that eateth of the eggs dieth, and that which is crushed speak up out into a viper. So what's the fruit or the offspring of these lies or these wickedness is more wickedness. All right. Like I said, this applies to Israel. This was for Israel, but you can apply that to these people today. All right. It says their webs shall not become garments, neither they cover themselves with their works of the works of iniquity, which is iniquity is sin multiplied. All right. I have the TV going, and every fucking commercial has to deal with Transformers. Okay. And it how quick these things has been acceptable. You speak certain things and it comes to fruition because the essence of everything is iniquity. And this is what Esau has programmed the people to accept. All right. It says, and the act of violence is in their hands. Their feet run to evil. They make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are the thoughts of iniquity. Isn't that obvious? That's what the scripture says. I'm going to get that real quick. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. The scripture always got to come to life because we in that time. Matthew's 24 and 12. It says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So the key thing is what? Iniquity. Iniquity is what? Sin multiplied. Because the evil workings, sins are multiplied, nothing is being done of it. The NLT says it. Sin will be rampage everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. So the fruits of all these things is what? The destruction. Real quick. I just had it. Second Ezra 4 and 29. This is gonna come out a lot because we in that time. It says Second Ezra 4 and 28. But as concerning the things whereof that askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. So the seed, the wicked seed has been sown, right? But the evil has not come yet. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown good. So now we understand, which this leads me to this scripture, Isaiah 29. The youth movement is the catalyst, is the treasure. That's the treasure. What's that word I'm looking for? The Trojan horse. All right, education is the Trojan horse to find and to program people into wickedness. This is where they multiply wicked individuals that think these stupid thoughts, and because people will look at these people like, oh, this person's higher education, they lead that. Okay, so it says Isaiah 29. I'm sorry, I cannot. 15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark." The illuminated ones, right? Those that truly control this. That's what she was talking about. The psyop. She mentioned psyop. What is a psyop? Psychological warfare. All right. Things. Oh, which is gonna lead me to. I got another show. It's all coming together. All right. Why people are the way they are, and why things are going to happen because what these people that did it, that was in the darkness, what they all about, and what they all about is sowing confusion. All right, sowing confusion. It says, and they say, who seeth us and who knows us? Surely your turning of things upside down shall be as the potter's clay. When you telling a man is a man is a woman, he could be a woman. Even though a man does not have a female uterus, a man cannot bear children. You telling a lie. All right? You telling a goddamn lie. And to tell people that, oh, even though the facts is showing it, you still have to believe what the person. That's confusion. But all things must come to an end. It says, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? So the Lord made you a man, you a man. If the Lord made you a woman, you a woman. Or shall the thing framed of him that framed it, he have no understanding? So what is really happening, the Lord is bringing out the reprobate spirit on a rampage. That way the Lord can judge these people. NLT says 15, right? Why sorrow awaits those who try to hide their plans from the Lord? Who do the evil deeds, who their evil deeds in the dark, the Lord can't see us? They say he doesn't know what's going on. How foolish can you be? He is the potter, and he is certainly greater than you, clay. Should the created thing say of him who made it, he didn't make me? Does a jar ever say the potter who made me is stupid? So the purpose for everything, for everyone, the Lord created that purpose. And this man has turned everything upside down. Going back to this real quick, because it was a little bit more. Isaiah 59 and 8 says, the way of peace they know not. There is no judgment. And their goings, they have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace. This is why, that's the other thing. You people have so many different trauma that goes in your life. You don't know how to handle these things. All right. The Lord is about to bring heavy judgment. Like I said, this particular chapter is talking about Israel, but you can apply it to everybody today. You can apply this to all of America, because this land is a land of confusion. Okay, Job 10 and 21. It says, "Before I go, whence I shall return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, the land of darkness, and as darkness itself. See, the minds of the people are fully set in darkness. All right, blind to the fact, blind to everything. They go with this is scripture says what the simple believeth every word. And they created a nation of simps, men, women, and children. Children being programmed to be grown up to be simps, not to think. Once again, what did it what's this guy's name again? David Rockefeller stated. He said we created a nation of workers, not a nation of thinkers. All right. And it starts at the higher. It starts from childhood, but the programming goes to the next level as soon as it gets to the higher level, which is those colleges, universities. Okay. Because in order to succeed in this society, you have to join a fraternity or a sorority. All right, which fraternities and sorority are nothing but lower illuministic organizations. All right, until you get into it, and then you become an agent of chaos, as you was programmed to be. It says, "In of the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness." And this is America. This is America. All right. America is a land of darkness. And is going to keep that darkness going until the Lord light this bitch up. And how the Lord's going to light this bitch up? By thermonuclear destruction. All right. Thank you for coming. This place is going to be destroyed. Okay. It says, just one more scripture. Well, I got to go back to Isaiah then. This is all prophetic. Everything is prophetic. You know what? I'm going to get Isaiah. I got another one. It says, which is going to lead me to the next thing. Hold on. Salakia. You know why I do this one? Luke 11:18. It says, no, sorry. Luke 11 and 10 and 18. It says, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning falling from heaven. All right, the Satan as lightning falling from heaven is Esau. Him turning this world upside down is leading to his utter destruction in the fastest manner. All right, that's what's end up happening. This whole lie, this whole society is going to crumble. This facade that has been built for all these years is going to crumble. Okay? The Lord, Yahweh, is about to destroy this place. One more and then I'm going to end it. It says, I'm just trying to get something real quick. I got to go back to Isaiah. Isaiah 24. Oh, yeah. You know what? Isaiah 24 and 20. 15. The whole chapter is bad. I'm going to do 19. 24 and 19. Matter of fact, before I get there, Isaiah 24 and 12. It says, in a city is 10. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, and no man may come in. So the city of confusion is America. All right. Like it says in Ezekiel about the melting pot, whose pot scum it is. This is a land of scum. All right, the worst possible spirits and the worst possible thoughts is here in this land. Okay, but all this great programming, all this great higher learning, so to speak, what is it going to lead to? Isaiah 24:19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved, and the earth is moved exceedingly from what? The stern wheel looking at destruction. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. It shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it. Transgression in this sense, oh yeah. It says it says rebellion. All right. So it says transgression against individuals, transgression nation against nation. So those missiles is gonna hit this place because, like it says in Jeremiah, that Babylon is fought against, strive against the Lord, right? Jeremiah 15:24. So the nations, the Lord is using the other nations to hit this place with everything it has. So that's going to lead to the greatest earthquake ever. All right. It says, therefore shall it be heavy upon it, and shall fall and not rise again. It shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, that the Lord, let me read again. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord, Yahweh, shall punish the hosts of the high ones, which are the elites. All right. The ones that you hear about. We hear about it now, but you don't see. The ones that's really running the world. The Lord's going to punish them. The hosts that are high, that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit. And they shall be shut up in the prison. After many days shall they be visited. So what is that particularly talking about? Not what the hell Nate was talking about. This is talking about after the destruction of America, that once we come down, Revelations 21, all right, Psalms 149, okay, we're going to gather up all these elites and put their asses in chains and throw their asses in the pit. Okay? And we're going to visit them when it's time for them to get to work. But here's the point. It says the moon shall be confounded, the sun ashamed. So is it talking about the actual moon going to be confounded? Something that the Lord created to exist forever? No, it's not talking about the actual moon. It's talking about their wisdom, their knowledge. All right? Actually, I do have one more. All right? Their understanding. Those things are going to be confounded. And their education, all right, is going to be ashamed. Okay? No, there's no amount of quote unquote programming or them indoctrinating people that's going to stop this destruction from taking place. It says, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and Jerusalem before his ancient glory, gloriously. So one more, the last one. It says Job 18 about, the whole chapter is bad. I want to hit a few points. Job 18, I'll start at 15. It said, and it shall dwell in his tabernacle because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. Right? Talking about after the king of terrors. Matter of fact, I was supposed to go up a little bit. All right, 8. For he is cast into a net. What is a net? A trap. By his own feet, and walketh upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the hill, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side. And shall drive him to his feet. So he's going to be met by a lot of resistance. All these demons. See, why you people out there believing of your arithmetics, your mathematics, your reading comprehension, and all this other stuff, the higher elites, all right, they believe in these spirits. They believe, which they get the energy from, where they get the information from. And these same spirits or entities, principality, like the scripture says, right, is setting them up. So anybody that falls for this, you gonna fall with them. You being set up, because all the shit that they're telling the world is not feasible. All right, it's not a feasible thing. This shit is not gonna aid anybody. Okay, so the ones that's high, they're being set up. It says, verse 11, terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him into his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. And it shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death, which is Yahweh Shai, the first spirit ever created. All right, he's going to get down. He's going to come. So the God of all, the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, he himself is going to personally intervene or interrupt this man's crowning achievement. Okay, it says shall devour his strength, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and shall bring him to the king of terrors, which is Yahweh Shai. All right, he is the king of terrors, and it shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it's none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation, which is those missiles. His roots shall be dried up beneath, and above his branches shall be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and it shall have no name in the streets. So all that is for nothing. So anybody that's following that, your end is going to be the same thing as the so-called white man. Gone. All right? It's going to be gone. It's going to be dried up. Thank you for coming. Thank you for participating, you fools. So with that being said, we'll something real quick. To the spirit, Lord, one of your brothers, edify, shalom.